Hello students, till now we have seen so many things in the lesson of motion. Am I right? Chapter 8, that is motion. For example, what is motion, a distance, a displacement, a speed, velocity and so many things. Even last class we have completed third revision. Okay, third revision class we completed. So in this session we are going to discuss worksheets. So already all worksheets posted in Google Classroom app. So we are going to discuss one by one. We have a few worksheets, isn't it? Yes. So I have first worksheet. That worksheet is posted in Google Classroom app 10th June 2020. Okay, when? 10th June 2020. Okay, so we are going to discuss first these worksheets and after that we will discuss one by one. Okay. First this worksheet posted. This worksheet posted on 10th June. So when? That is 10th June 2020. Okay. So now we are going to discuss this worksheet. Okay. First question, Roman letter 1. What is that? Roman letter 1. First question answer. What is that? What is first question? The SI unit of velocity. What is that? The SI unit of velocity. What is the answer? So already we know what is velocity. What is velocity, sir? The displacement covered by an object per unit time. That is called velocity. I mean, in mathematically we can write velocity that is equal to what is the displacement divided by time taken. Am I right? So displacement unit, what is the meter, as well as time unit, that is second. So SI unit of velocity, that is a meter per second. Okay, so I am going to write on the board. Look at here. The first question answer, what is that? Roman letter 1. First question answer, SI unit of velocity. So already we know velocity that is equal to what is that? Displacement divided by time taken. Alright? So displacement divided by time taken. Alright? So what is that? SI unit of displacement, that is meter. Alright? Then SI unit of time, that is seconds. So the SI unit of velocity, that is a meter per second. Alright, meter per second. So what is the answer? The SI unit of velocity is meter per second. So that is answer. First one answer, meter per second. So answer I am going to write the left side of the board. So you look at here. First question answer, meter per second. Next, second question, what is that? State whether velocity is a vector quantity or scalar quantity. First of all, what is vector quantity and what is scalar quantity? The quantity which has both magnitude and direction, that is vector quantity. Am I right? Then what is scalar quantity? The quantity which has only magnitude, there is no direction, doesn't specify any particular direction. Okay, so that is a scalar quantity. So already we know velocity, whether it is vector quantity or scalar quantity. This answer. So velocity is a vector quantity because it has both magnitude as well as direction. That is the reason why it is under the category of vector quantity, isn't it? For example, a train moves at the speed of 50 km per hour. 50 km per hour towards each direction. Alright, towards each direction. That is velocity. Here magnitude is there as well as direction is there. Isn't it? So velocity is under the category of vector quantity because it has both magnitude as well as direction. What is the second one answer? It is a vector quantity. Velocity is a vector quantity. So already we know. Okay, already I have given some idea. The velocity, the first word, okay, first letter of the word velocity, that is V. V means that is what is that? V, which specifies what is that? Vector quantity. V which specifies vector quantity. But speed, the first letter of the word speed, yes, which denotes what is that? Scalar quantity. Is it clear? It's very, very simple, don't get confusion. So velocity is a what quantity? Actually that is a vector quantity. Is it okay? Yes. Next, third one, what is that? Which of the following is a vector quantity? Third question in Roman number 1. Which of the following is a vector quantity? And the options are first one distance, displacement, velocity, and third one both displacement and velocity. Which is answer? What is the question? Which of the following is a vector quantity? Vector quantity means that quantity should have what is that? Quantity should have both magnitude as well as direction, that is vector quantity. Here, first option, look at here, distance. Distance is a vector quantity and scalar quantity. Distance is a scalar quantity because it has only magnitude, there is no direction. Alright. Next, come to second one. What is that? That is displacement. Displacement is vector quantity or scalar quantity. Displacement is a vector quantity. Alright, because it has both magnitude as well as direction. So displacement is a what quantity? Vector quantity. Now come to third one, velocity. Just now I thought that what is a velocity is a vector quantity. So what are the quantity which is under the category of vector quantity? Second one, displacement, and third one, velocity. Alright, two quantities are under the category of vector quantity. Here, which option is correct one? Last one. Alright, last one. Both B and C. That is answer for third one. Third one answer both B and C. Both B and C. That is answer of third question. Okay, which means D. The answer, the option D, that is the right answer. Is it clear? Yes. So third question, I repeat again. Third question, which of the following is a vector quantity? Displacement and velocity is under the category of vector quantity. So D1 is the answer. Both B and C, that is vector quantity. Okay? Yes. Next one, fourth one. Look at the fourth question. This is 2 mark question. A train covers a distance of 150 kilometers in 4 hours towards east direction. Okay, towards west direction. Calculate the velocity of a train. Calculate the velocity of a train. Okay, so I am going to write the question on the board. You look at here. Question number 4. A train covers a distance of 150 kilometers in 4 hours. In 4 hours towards west direction. Calculate the velocity of a train. Velocity of a train. So that is question. That is the question. Look at here. Fourth one. A train covers a distance of how much? 150 kilometers in time 4 hours. In how much? In 4 hours. Isn't it? Yes. Towards west. Okay, towards west direction. Calculate the velocity of the train. Okay, now we are going to solve that solution. First, what quantity we need to calculate? That is velocity. What is velocity? Velocity means nothing but the displacement covered by an object per unit time. That is velocity. So mathematically we can write velocity that is equal to displacement divided by time taken. Alright? Yes. So velocity that is equal to displacement covered by an object divided by time taken. Is it clear? Yes. So velocity is equal to displacement divided by time taken. So what is the displacement, sir? Displacement how much? 150 kilometers towards what direction? Towards west direction. Because this velocity, there must be direction. Am I right? So displacement how much? 150 kilometers towards west direction. Alright, towards west direction. Time taken how much? Time that is equal to how much? Time 4 hours. 4 hours. Then substitute both quantity in velocity formula. So what is that? Velocity that is equal to displacement or divided by time taken. Displacement how much? 150 kilometer towards east direction. 150 kilometer towards east direction divided by the time how much? 4 hours. You further divide both 150 divided by 4. Okay, what is the value? So 150 divided by 4. What is the value? 4 into 3, 12. So remaining 3, 0. What is the value? 7 into 4, 28. And remaining The smallest number, put dot and add on 0. What is the value? 5 into 4, that is 20, so remaining 0. So what is the value? 150 divided by 4, that is equal to 37.5. How much? 37.5 kilometer per hour. Kilometer per hour towards what direction? Towards each direction. So that is velocity. That is velocity value. Okay, look at here. Here velocity of the train, how much? 37.5 kilometer per hour towards what direction? Towards each direction. That is the velocity of a train, isn't it? Yes. So fourth question answer how much? 37.5 kilometer per hour. That is velocity of the train. Is it clear? Yes. Next, fifth one. Fifth question. Come to fifth question. Differentiate between speed and velocity. Differentiate between speed and velocity. Okay, already we know what is speed and what is velocity. Okay, so what is speed and what is velocity? Now we are going to differentiate both. Differentiate both. Isn't it clear? Okay, first one speed and second one velocity. Isn't it? First one speed, second one velocity. What is speed, sir? Speed means the distance covered by an object per unit time. That is speed. But velocity, displacement covered by an object per unit time. That is velocity. So what is the unit of speed? Meter per second. That is the unit of speed. Velocity unit, what is that? The same meter per second. That is the unit of velocity. Is it clear? Yes. Next, the third point, what is that? Third point, speed is vector quantity or scalar quantity. The speed under the category of scalar quantity because it has only magnitude, there is no direction. Whereas velocity is under the category of vector quantity because it has both magnitude as well as direction. Is it clear? Yes. Here, speed can be 0. Speed can be 0. Speed cannot be 0, but sometimes velocity can be 0. So under what conditions velocity can be 0? So whenever the final position coincides with the initial position, here the displacement becomes 0. If the displacement is 0, then velocity becomes 0. Is it clear? So speed never be 0. Keep this point in mind. Speed never be 0, whereas velocity can be 0 in some cases. Is it clear? So I am going to write on the board. You look at here. Okay, so now I'm going to differentiate both speed and velocity. Look at here, speed and this velocity. The first point, what is that? First point, what is speed? The distance covered by an object. Distance covered by an object per unit time. The distance covered by an object per unit time, that is speed. But what is velocity? That is displacement covered by an object per unit time. This is displacement. Displacement covered by an object per unit times. Per unit time. First point, that is. Yes. Second point, what is this? Second point, unit. Second point, that is unit. What is the unit of speed? The unit of speed, what is that? Meter per second. What is that? Unit of speed, that is meter per second. Whereas, what is the unit of velocity? That is also meter per second. Okay, so both speed and velocity have same unit, that is meter per second. Is it clear? So this is the second one. And third point, whether it is vector quantity or scalar quantity, that is the third point. Speed, whether it is vector quantity or scalar quantity. Speed is under the category of scalar quantity, whereas velocity is under the category of vector quantity because speed that has only magnitude, there is no direction. Whereas velocity has both magnitude as well as direction. So speed under the category of scalar quantity. What is that? Speed is a scalar quantity. Speed, the first letter of the word speed, yes, which denotes what is that? Scalar quantity. Is it clear? Yes. Next, velocity. The first letter of the word velocity, that is V, which denotes what is that? Vector quantity. vector quantity. Is it clear? So velocity has both magnitude as well as direction. Okay? Yes. This is third point. Third point. Fourth point, sir. Fourth point, what is it, sir? Here speed never be zero. Here speed never be zero. So whereas velocity can be zero. Is it clear? Velocity can be zero. This is the fourth point. Fourth point. Speed never be zero. Speed never be zero. Whereas velocity can be zero. Velocity can be zero under some conditions. Is it clear? Here speed now be zero and velocity can be zero. So under what condition velocity can be zero? So whenever the final position of the object points to the initial position, the displacement zero. If the displacement is zero, then velocity becomes zero. It's very simple. Okay, so these are the difference between velocity and speed. Is it clear? Yes. Next sixth question. Come to sixth one. When is a body said to have uniform velocity? Okay, when is a body said to have uniform velocity? So what is uniform velocity, sir? What is uniform velocity? That is question. Is it clear? So already we know very well what is uniform velocity. Okay, so when an object covers equal distances in equal interval of time towards particular direction. What is that? It's a very important point. Towards particular directions, we can say that object at uniform velocity. An object at uniform velocity. Okay, so whenever an object covers equal distances in equal interval of time, so we can towards particular direction, we can say that object at what? Uniform velocity. Here direction is important. Okay, because velocity specifies only direction. Is it clear? It's very simple. So next one. So when is a body said to have non-uniform velocity? Non-uniform velocity. Actually, this is directly opposite to uniform velocity. Okay, so uniform velocity. Here the object covers equal distance in equal interval of time. Okay, towards particular direction. But in non-uniform velocity, here the object covers unequal. What is that? Unequal distances in equal interval of time towards particular direction. Okay, so we can say that object at non-uniform velocity. Is it clear? So very simple, so don't get confusion. Okay, so I repeat again. So in uniform velocity, the object covers equal distances in equal interval of time towards particular direction. Is it clear? So, but in non-uniform velocity, the object covers unequal distances in equal interval of time towards particular direction. Is it clear? The time constant. In both cases, time constant. Time never changes. The distance covered by object, that is changing. Is it clear? Yes. Next, eighth one. Look at here. Eighth one. What is that? Name the physical quantity which gives us an idea of how slow or how fast is moving. Okay, what is that? I repeat again. So name the physical quantity which gives us an idea of how slow or fast a body is moving. So what quantity that is, sir? Okay, I thought so many times that is. Okay, what quantity actually that is? That is speed. Right? Speed only tells us how fast or how slow the object is moving, but it doesn't specify any particular direction. Right? Here what quantity? Here what quantity which gives some idea about the speed, which means how fast or how slow the object is moving. What is that? That is speed. Okay, that physical quantity, that is speed. So eighth one answer, what is that? Speed. Eighth question answer, that is speed. The speed is a physical quantity which gives us an idea how fast or how slow the object is moving. Is it clear? But it doesn't specify any particular direction. Is that clear? Yes. Next, ninth one. Come to ninth one, is a very interesting one. Name the physical quantity which gives us an idea of how slow or fast a body is moving towards particular direction. There is some important word. What is that? Towards specific direction. What is that quantity? What is the quantity? That is velocity. Am I right? That quantity is velocity, because velocity that has both magnitude as well as direction. Is it clear? So here speed tells us how fast or how slow the object is moving, but doesn't specify any particular direction. Whereas the velocity tells us how fast, how slow the object is moving towards particular direction, towards specific direction, that is velocity. Okay, what is the answer? Velocity. Ninth one answer. Ninth one answer, what is that? Velocity. Is it clear? So very simple. Okay, so this worksheet completed. Okay, actually this worksheet posted on 10th June. Okay, you further search in Google Classroom app. Is it clear? So this worksheet is posted on 10th June 2020. Is it clear? You further check with your Google Classroom app. Okay. So now I am going to move on a next worksheet. Next worksheet. That worksheet is posted on 15th June 2020 in Google Classroom app. Is it clear? Yes. Now we are going to discuss that worksheet. Look at here. This worksheet is posted on 15th June. What is that? This worksheet is posted on 15th June 2020 in your Google Classroom app. You further check with Google Classroom app. Is it clear? Yes. Now I am going to discuss this worksheet. Is it clear? Okay. So totally 5 questions are there. In this worksheet, totally 5 questions are there. We are going to see one by one. Is it clear? First Roman letter, answer the following. First Roman letter, what is that? First Roman letter, what is that? Answer the following. Okay. First question, what are the differences between speed and velocity? Just now we have seen that. The differences between speed and velocity. Okay, so no need to teach again, am I right? Yes, already you know very well. Okay. Next, come to second question. What is the question? A car travels at a distance of 70 kilometers in 2 hours. 70 kilometers in 2 hours. And what is the average speed? So I am going to write the question on the board. You look at here. First question, already you know. Second question, what is that? A car travels a distance of 70 kilometers in 2 hours. 70 kilometers in 2 hours. What is average speed? What is average speed? Wait, this is question. This is second question. It's very easy. Look at here. Car travels a distance of 70 kilometers. How much? 70 kilometers in 2 hours. Time 2 hours. So what is average speed? That is question. Is it clear? So what quantity we need to calculate? That is average speed. Yes. So solution. What quantity we need to calculate? Average speed. What is average speed formula? Average speed formula is the total distance covered by an object divided by total time taken. That is the formula for average speed. Is it clear? So average speed that is equal to total distance covered by an object divided by total time taken. Alright, so this is average speed formula. Is it clear? So look at here. So what is the total distance, sir? What is total distance? 70 kilometers, that is total distance. And total time taken? That is 4 seconds. So total distance that is equal to 70 kilometers. Then total time taken, that is equal to 2 hours. 2 hours. Is it clear? Yes. You substitute both quantity values in this formula. So average speed that is equal to how much? Total distance value how much? Total distance 70 kilometers. 70 kilometers divided by total time taken 2 hours. 2 hours. So what is the value here? 70 divided by 2. What is the value? It is equal to 35. that is equal to 35. So what is average speed? 35 kilometer per hour. So average speed of the car how much? 35 kilometer per hour. Is it clear? Yes. So average speed that is equal to total distance divided by total time taken. Total distance value 70 kilometer and time 2 hours. That is equal to 35 kilometer per hour. That is the average speed of that car. Is that clear? Yes. Next, come to third question. This is very important question. It's a very, very important question. So what is the question, sir? A boy walks 10 kilometer east in 2 hours and then 2.5 kilometers west in 1 hour. Calculate the average velocity of the boy. What is that? What quantity? Average velocity of the boy. Is that clear? So now I am going to write this question on the board. Look at here. So third question, look at here. A boy walks 10 kilometer east in 2 hours. In 2 hours and then 2.5 kilometer west in 1 hour. Calculate the average velocity of the boy. Calculate the average velocity of the boy. This is question. Okay, this is question. Solution. A boy walks 10 kilometer east in 2 hours. Time taken how much? 2 hours. And then 2.5 kilometer west in 1 hour. How much in 1 hour? Calculate the average velocity of the boy. Is it clear? Yes. Look at here. Consider a boy. That boy standing here. You assume that boy standing here. Okay. That boy starts walking. Okay. That boy starts walking from point A. You consider this is point A. Is it clear? Consider a boy. That boy starts walking from point A. From this point. Is it clear? Yes. Here the boy walks 10 kilometers towards this, which is east. So this is east. Okay. So 10 kilometers towards east direction. Am I right? So this is east direction. 10 kilometer towards east direction. So here the boy covers how much distance that is 10 kilometer towards east direction. So this is east direction. Okay, how long he has taken 2 hours. 2 hours to cover the distance of 10 kilometer from point A to point B. So this is point B, 2 hours. Time taken how much? 2 hours. Is it clear? Yes. Look at here. Again the boy moves 2.5 kilometer towards west direction. So this is east direction, opposite to east direction, that is west direction. Am I right? The east direction is opposite to east direction, this is west direction. So the boy moves along the same path. Same this path. Okay, here the boy covers how much? 2.5 kilometer, just 2.5 kilometer. But overall distance between the point A and point B, that is 10 kilometer. The boy again moves back along the same path and covers 2.5 kilometer, just 2.5 kilometer in 1 hour. So this boy comes to this position. Am I right? Come to this position because let's go ahead, it is just 2.5 kilometer, but overall distance that is 10 kilometer. So this boy comes to position C. Okay, from B, that boy comes to position C. That distance how much? 2.5 kilometer. 2.5 kilometers. Is it clear? 2.5 kilometer. How long he has taken? 1 hour. Time 1 hour. Time 1 hour. Now you calculate the average velocity of the boy. Average velocity of that boy. Is it clear? So look at here, very simple. Consider a boy. That boy starts walking from point A. So that boy covers 10 kilometers towards east direction. So here the boy covers 10 kilometers from point A to point B. How long he has taken? 2 hours to complete the 10 kilometers from point A to point B towards his direction. Is it clear? Look at here, this is very important term. Again that boy moves along the same path. The boy covers 2.5 kilometers, just 2.5 kilometers in 1 hour. Along the same path, 1 hour. So again the boy comes to position C here. Position C. Is it clear? So the distance between B and C, that is 2.5 kilometers. The distance between A and B, that is 10 kilometers. Is it clear? So now we need to calculate what quantity? Average velocity. So what is average velocity? Average velocity, that is equal to what is the total displacement divided by total time taken. Am I right? That is average velocity. So average velocity is equal to total displacement divided by total time taken. Is it clear? Yes. First we need to calculate total displacement. So first of all, what is displacement, sir? What is displacement? Shortest distance between 2 points, that is displacement. Okay, mathematically we can write final position minus initial position. That is also displacement. Is it clear? So displacement is equal to final position minus initial position. Here which is final position and which is initial position. That boy starts his journey from this point, which means that boy starts walking from point A. So this is initial position. This is initial position of that boy. Am I right? Initial position of that boy. Here which is final position. This is very important question. Here which is final point. Whether it is B or C. Which is final position. C is the final position. Am I right? C is a final position. B is not a final position. You don't get confusion. Is it clear? C is the final position because after reaching the point B, again the boy moves along the same path and comes to position C. So C is a final position. C is a final position. Is it clear? Yes. So final position minus initial position, that is total displacement. Am I right? That is total displacement. But we don't know the distance. Okay, so we don't know the length between A and C. Instead of that, we know AB value and BC value. Am I right? AB value we know, BC value we know. Okay, so if we minus this value, which value? AB and BC, we can get this AC value. Am I right? Yes, I am going to solve here. So total displacement, that is equal to, what is that? AB, which means the total length, that is AB minus BC, minus this gap BC. So what is the AB value, sir? AB value, that is how much? 10 kilometers. AB value 10 kilometers minus this BC value 2.5 kilometers. 2.5 kilometers. Am I right? So you subtract both. How much? 10 minus 2.5, that is equal to 7.5 kilometers. 7.5 kilometers. Is it clear? So total displacement how much? 7.5 kilometers. Total displacement. Total displacement, that is equal to 2.5 kilometer. What is the total time taken, sir? That is next question. Time taken how much? Look at here. Here, the boy has taken 2 hours to reach point B from point A. Point A, 2 hours. Again the boy has taken 1 hour to reach point C from point B. Is it clear? From point B. So total time how much? 2 hours. 2 hours plus 1 hour, that is equal to 3 hours. Am I right? Yes, very simple, don't get confusion. Yes. So total time, that is equal to how much? Here 2 hours plus 1 hour, that is equal to 3 hours. How much? That is equal to, very simple, that is equal to how much? Just 3 hours. Is it clear? Yes. Total time. Am I right? Yes, very simple. Now you divide both quantity, we can get what is that is average velocity of the boy. So average velocity, that is equal to, what is the formula? Look at that. Total displacement divided by total time taken. Total displacement value 7.5 kilometer. 7.5 kilometer divided by total time taken 3 hours. 3 hours. Okay, look at here. We both can multiple with 10. We can get one number. Yes, this is 10 and this is 10. So this is equal to 75 divided by 30. How much? 75 divided by 30. Okay, so you divide further kilometer per. You divide 75 divided by 30. How much? 2 into 30, that is 60. 2 into 30 is 60. Remaining 15. 15. How much value? 5 into 30 is equal to 150. What is the value? 2.5 kilometer per hour. That is average velocity. So this is equal to 2.5. Okay, I'll write here. Look at here. I'll write here. So this is equal to 2.5 kilometer per hour. Okay, so this is average velocity. Average velocity of that by how much? 2.5 kilometer per hour. So that is average velocity of that bike. Is it clear? So very simple. So average velocity is equal to total displacement divided by time. So total displacement is equal to 7.5 kilometer. Then total time taken 3 hours. Okay, if you divide both quantities, we can get what value? 2.5 kilometer per hour. So this is velocity of that bike. Is it clear? Yes. So third question completed. Am I right? Third question completed. Come to fourth question, sir. Fourth question is very easy question. Look at that. A car travels along the straight road to east direction for 120 meters in 5 seconds. 120 meters in 5 seconds. Yes. Then go the west for 60 meters in 1 second. 60 meters in 1 second. So determine the average speed and average velocity. Here, two quantities we need to calculate. First one average speed and second one average velocity. Is it clear? Yes. So now we are going to see this question. So I am going to write the question on the board. Look at here. So what is average speed formula? Average speed is equal to total distance covered by an object divided by total time taken. Whereas average velocity is total displacement covered by an object divided by total time taken. So that is the difference between average speed and average velocity. Is it clear? So I am going to write the question on the board. You look at here. This is fourth question. A car travels along a straight road to the east for 120 meters in 5 seconds. How much? In 5 seconds. Yes. Then go the west for 60 meters in 1 second. 1 second. Yes, determine average speed and average velocity. Average speed and average velocity. So that is solution. Look at here. The car travels along a straight road to the east for how much? 120 meters. Distance 120 meters in 5 seconds. Yes. Then go the west for 60 meters in 1 second. How much? 60 meters in 1 second. So determine the average speed and average velocity. That is question. Is it clear? That is question. Look at here. So I am going to make a diagram that about that scenario. Is it clear? Yes. Look at here. Consider a car. This is a car. Is it clear? So consider a car. So that car moves along the straight road. So this car starts moving from this point. Consider the car starts moving from this point. Consider this point A. That point A. Is it clear? Here the car travels along a straight road. So the car moves along a straight road like that. Is it clear? So towards what direction? Towards east direction. So this is east direction. That is east direction. Am I right? For how much? 120 meters. 120 meters in 5 seconds. So finally the car comes to position B. Here the car has covered 120 meters in 5 seconds. 120 meters in 5 seconds. So you look at here, very simple. Consider a car. That car starts moving from point A. Point A. Is it clear? Here the car moves along the straight road towards east direction. This is east direction. Towards east direction. Here the car covers 120 meters in 5 seconds. How much? 120 meters in 5 seconds. So finally the car comes to position B. Okay. So here how much distance the car has covered? That is 120 meters. How long it has taken? 5 seconds. Is it clear? Yes. Look at here. Look at here. Next one. Then go to the west. Then go to the west for 60 meters. So this is east direction. Opposite to east direction, that is west. Am I right? So this is east. And opposite to east, that is west direction. So the car again moves along the same path. Is it clear? Don't get confusion. Here the car again moves back along the same path. Again moves back along the same path. So here the car covers how much? Just 60 meters. Just 60 meters in 1 second. So here the car covers 60 meters. So the car comes to position C. Consider this is position C. Because the overall distance between point A and point B, there is 120 meters. Here again the car moves back along the same path. Here the car has covered just 60 meters. So the car comes to position C. Is it clear? So the distance between B and C, how much? 60 meters. Is it clear? 60 meters. So here the car covers 60 meters in how much? 1 second. Just 1 second. Time taken how much? 1 second. Is it clear? Yes. Determine the average speed and average velocity. That is question. Okay. Determine the average speed and average velocity is very, very important question. Now we are going to start with average speed. After that we will say average velocity. Is it clear? Yes. First I am going to start with average speed. What is that? Average speed. So what is the average speed? The total distance covered by an object divided by total time taken. That is average speed. Am I right? Yes. So consider that formula. Average speed is equal to total distance divided by total time taken. Total distance divided by total time taken. That is average speed. What is it? That is average speed. Very simple. So what is total distance? What is total distance? Look at here. Here the car starts moving from point A. Then after some time, after 5 seconds, the car comes to position B. Is it clear? Here, how much distance that object has covered? That is 120 meters. 120 meters. Again, look at here. Again the car moves along the same path. Again the car covers 60 meters. Is it clear? So total distance how much? 120 meters plus 60 meters. So 120 meters plus 60 meters, that is equal to how much? 180 meters. Alright. So total distance that is equal to how much? AB plus BC. Am I right? Yes. AB plus BC. So AB value how much? AB totally 120 meters. Yes. 120 meters plus this BC value how much? BC value just 60 meters. Yes. Just 60 meters. So totally how much? Total distance that is equal to 180 meters. So total distance it is equal to 180 meters. 180 meters. 120 meters plus 60 meters that is equal to 120 meters. Sorry, 180 meters. 120 plus 60 that is equal to 180 meters. Is it clear? Next one, total time taken how much? Total time taken how much? Look at here. Listen here, very simple. Here, that car has taken 5 seconds. Is it clear? 5 seconds to cover the distance of 120 meters from point A to point B. Is it clear? Again, the car has taken 1 second to cover the distance of 60 meters from point B to point C. So how much total time? How much? 5 seconds plus 1 second. Totally 6 seconds. Okay, so total time that is equal to 6 seconds. Okay, total time that is equal to 6 and 5 seconds plus 1 second that is equal to 6 seconds. Okay, you further divide both quantity because average speed that is equal to total distance divided by total time taken. You substitute the both quantity here. So average speed that is equal to total distance how much? 180 kilometer divided by total time taken how much? 6 seconds. 6 seconds. Am I right? You further divide both 180 divided by 60. Use second table. Yes, this is 3. This is 9 and 1, 3. So this is equal to how much? 30 kilometer per second. So average speed that is equal to 30 kilometer per second. How much? 30 kilometer per second. That is average speed of the car. Okay. Next quantity, next average velocity. What is that? Average velocity. So second we are going to calculate average velocity. What is that? Average velocity. So what is the average velocity formula, sir? The total displacement covered by an object per unit time. Okay, mathematically we can write average velocity is equal to total displacement divided by total time taken. Am I right? Yes. So average velocity that is equal to total displacement divided by total time. Divided by total time. Is it clear? Yes. Now you find out the total displacement value. Okay, after that you find out the total time value. Is it clear? So what is the total displacement, sir? Total displacement how much? Then total time. Look at here, total displacement. Already we know what is displacement, sir. What is displacement? Final position minus initial position, that is displacement. Okay, final position minus initial position, that is displacement. Here which is final position, which is initial position. Here the car starts moving from point A. So this is act as a, what is that? This is considered as a initial position. Am I right? So this is initial position. Initial position of the car A. Which is final position, sir? Whether it is B or C. Whether it is B or C, which is final position? C is a final position. Okay, because after reaching point B, the car moves back along the same path and comes to position C. So this is considered as a what? Final position. Am I right? Final position. C is the final position. Is it clear? C is the final position. So final position minus initial position, that is displacement. Am I right? So do you know this value? No, we don't know this value. We don't know the distance between the A and C. Am I right? But instead of that, we know AB value and BC value. Am I right? AB value, BC value, we know very well. But we don't know AC value. But that is, okay, that value we need that. That value we need to know. Am I right? Yes. So look at here. So if we subtract the value of AB, okay, with BC, we can get the AC value. Am I right? Yes. So total displacement that is equal to AB minus this BC, which is equal to how much? AB value how much? AB value totally 120 meters and BC value 60 meters. So 120 minus 60, 120 meters minus 60 meters, that is equal to how much? 120 minus 60, that is equal to 60 meters. 60 meters. Is it clear? So total displacement of how much? Total displacement, that is 60 meters. Is it clear? What? 60 meters. Towards what direction, sir? Towards west direction. Because the car again moves back along the same path towards west direction. So here, direction, what direction? Towards west direction. Is it clear? Yes. So now what is the time? Total time, sir? Total time how much, sir? Look at here. Here the car starts moving from point A. Okay, here the car has taken 5 seconds to reach point B. Again the car moves on the same path. Here the car covers 60 meters in 1 second. So total time is how much? 5 seconds plus 1 second. That is equal to 6 seconds. That is total time. Is it clear? So total time 6 seconds. Total time how much? 6 seconds. Is it clear? Yes. Remaining I'll write that. You look at here. Okay, because I don't have enough space, so I am going to write here. You listen here. So we know the total displacement value, that is 60 meters and total time taken 6 seconds. Is it clear? Yes. If you further divide both quantities, we can get average velocity. Am I right? Yes. So average velocity, that is equal to what is that? average velocity that is equal to how much is that? Total displacement divided total time taken. Total displacement value how much? That is 60 meters divided by total time taken 6 seconds. 6 seconds. So if further divide both, what is the value? That is equal to 1. So it means 10 meter per second. That is average velocity. So average velocity that is equal to 10 meters per second. Is it clear? Average velocity value how much? 10 meters per second. Towards what direction? Towards which direction? Because finally the car moves towards only west direction. Is it clear? So very simple. So average speed value how much? Average speed is 30 km per hour. Okay, so what is that? 30? Sorry, not kilometers, meter. Is it clear? Because the value has given in meter. So average speed is value how much? 30 meter per second. Then the average velocity is equal to 10 meter per second. Is it clear? Yes. Very simple one. Don't get confused. Next one, fifth question. Look at here. A truck driver drives 20 km down the road in 5 minutes. Then he reverses and drives 12 km back down the road in 3 minutes. Okay. So what is the average velocity? That is question. What is the average velocity? So okay, now I am going to write the question on the board. You look at here. So look at here. Next, fifth question. A truck driver drives 20 km. How much? 20 km down. 20 km down the road in 5 minutes. How much? Time? 5 minutes. Yes. Then he reverses and drives 12 km back down the road in 3 minutes. In 3 minutes. What is his average velocity? That is question. So what is his average velocity? That is question. So solution, make a solution. What is the question? Look at here. A truck driver drives 20 kilometers. How much? 20 kilometers down the road in 5 minutes. Time how much? 5 minutes. He then reverses. Note this point. Reverses and drives 12 kilometers back down the road in 3 minutes. How much? In 3 minutes. So what is his average velocity? Okay. So I am going to make a diagrams with the help of this scenario. Okay, look at here. Consider a truck, not a car, a truck. Consider truck. The truck starts moving. From point A. You consider that. The truck starts moving from point A. Look at here. Here the truck driver drives 20 km down, which means the truck goes 20 km down like this. 20 km down. Is it clear? So again the truck comes to position B. Okay, here look at here. Here the truck driver drives 20 km down. Okay, in 20 kilometers down the road in 5 minutes. So here the truck comes from point A to point B in 5 minutes. The total distance how much? Total distance 20 kilometers. 20 kilometers. Okay, how long it has taken? 5 minutes. Time 5 minutes. Am I right? Yes. He then reverse. Note this point. Reverse. Reverse means what is that? The truck moves back along the same path. That is reverse. He then reverse and drives 12 kilometers back down. Is that right? Isn't it? 12 kilometers back down the road in 3 minutes. So here the truck moves back along the same path. And the truck covers how much? 12 kilometers. 12 kilometers in 3 minutes. So this truck comes to position C. This is C. Is it clear? So here the truck moves back along the same path. Here the truck covers 12 kilometers. How much? 12 kilometers in time value how much? 3 minutes. In 3 minutes. Is it clear? Now you find out the average velocity. What is that? What quantity? Average velocity. Very simple. Look at here. Consider a truck. The truck starts moving from point A. Then after 5 minutes, the truck covers the distance of 20 kilometers from point A to point B. Is it clear? Point A to point B. Again the truck moves back along the same path. What is point? Along the same path, the truck covers 12 kilometers. Alright? How much? 12 kilometers along the same path in 3 minutes. Okay? How long? In 3 minutes. Is it clear? Now you find out the average velocity. Average velocity. What is average velocity, sir? Average velocity is nothing but the total displacement divided by total time taken. That is average velocity. Alright? So now we are going to use this formula. So average velocity that is equal to total displacement divided by total time taken. What is that? Total time taken. That is average velocity formula. Okay, 1 minute. So what is the total displacement, sir? What is total displacement? You first find out the total displacement. So total displacement, how much? Look at here. So already know what is displacement, sir? Final position minus initial position. That is displacement. I mean, that is displacement. Here, which is final position and which is initial position. So here the truck starts moving from point A. So this is considered as a initial point. Am I right? So this is initial point of the truck. This is initial point of the truck. Then after 5 minutes, the car comes to position B. Then again the car moves along the same path and comes to position C. Here which is final position. B is the final position. Sorry, C is the final position. B is not a final position. Okay, don't have confusion. B is not a final position. C is the final position because the truck again moves back along the same path, come to position C. So C considered as a final position of the car. Is it clear? This is final position. Final position. So this final position minus initial position. This is displacement. Alright, this is displacement. Do you know this value? No, we don't know this value. But instead of that, we know AB value and BC value. Okay, so if we subtract the AB with BC, we can get AC value. Am I right? Yes, utilize that. So the total displacement that is equal to AB minus BC. So what is that? What is the value? AB value how much? 20 kilometer minus BC value 12 kilometers. How much? 12 kilometers. Is it clear? So total, this is AB value 20 kilometers, then this BC value 12 kilometers. So 12 kilometer minus, 20 kilometer minus 12 kilometer. Oh, that is equal to how much? 8 kilometers. So total displacement that is equal to 80 kilometers. Alright? Yes, 80 kilometers. Next one, look at here. Total time how much, sir? Next total time. So total time that is equal to how much, sir? Look at here. Here the car has taken 5 minutes. 5 minutes to reach B from point A. Alright. So how much? 5 minutes. Plus again the car moves along the same path from point B to point C. Here how long it has taken? That is 3 minutes. That is 3 minutes. Here the car has taken how much? 5 minutes. 5 minutes to reach B. here again the car has taken 3 minutes to reach C from point B. So 5 minutes plus 3 minutes, that is equal to 8 minutes. 3 minutes, that is equal to 8 minutes. So total time how much? Total time how much? That is equal to 8 minutes. Is it clear? How much? 8 minutes. Okay, so already we know the total displacement value. But here we know this total time value, because if you divide both values we can get average velocity. Very simple. Yes. So average velocity, that is equal to, what's the formula? Average velocity formula. Total displacement divided by total time taken, that is average velocity formula. Total displacement how much? 80 kilometer. Then total time taken 8 minutes. Okay, so you further divide both. So what average velocity is equal to, what is that? 80 kilometer divided by 8 minutes. Is it clear? How much? 80 kilometer divided by 8 minutes. Is it clear? Very simple. So what is the value? What would be the value? 80 divided by 80, that is equal to how much? Yes, is equal to 1. So it will be how much? Sorry, this is wrong. This is wrong. Look at here. I made some mistake. Look at here. 20 kilometers minus 12 kilometers. What is that? This is 8 kilometers. Sorry for that. Okay, sorry for that. Look at here. So 20 kilometers minus 12 kilometers is equal to just 80 kilometers. Sorry. Okay, look at here. So 8 kilometers is total displacement. Okay, substitute 8 kilometers. Okay, then total time how much? 8 minutes. Total time how much? 8 minutes. So 8 kilometers divided by 8 minutes. That is equal to what is that? 8 divided by 8 is equal to 1. So the value will be 1 kilometer per minute. So average velocity. The average velocity how much? Average velocity value is equal to 1 kilometer per minute. Okay, which means what is that? Here the truck moves 1 kilometer per minute. That is the meaning. Is it clear? A truck moves 1 kilometer per minute. That is the meaning. Is it clear? Very, very simple one. Okay? Yes. So we have completed, till now we have completed 2 worksheets. Alright, till now we have completed how many worksheets? 2 worksheets. Is it clear? So now I am going to take another one worksheet. Actually, that worksheet is posted in Google Classroom app, okay, on 27th June. Okay, so when? 27th June 2020. Is it clear? So now we are going to discuss that worksheet. So look at here. So this worksheet is posted on 27th. When? 27th June 2020. This worksheet is posted on 27th June 2020 in your Google Classroom app. You further check with your Google Classroom app. Is it clear? Yes. So here we have 2 Roman letters. First Roman letter, that is MCQ, and second Roman letter, that is answer the following. Okay, so we will see one by one. Okay, very easy one. Okay, so first one, Roman letter 1, first question. A scalar quantity has dash. Okay, a scalar quantity has dash. Already we know what is scalar quantity, sir. The quantity which has only magnitude, there is no direction, that is scalar quantity. So here scalar quantity has only magnitude, there is no direction. So which one is the answer? That is A. A is the answer. First question answer A. A means that is magnitude only. Magnitude only. First question answer A. Okay. Next one, second question. When a body covers unequal, what is that? Unequal distances in equal interval of time, it is said to be in what? What one? Okay, so look at here, and the options are: first one linear motion, second one uniform motion, third one non-uniform motion, fourth one vibratory motion. Okay, I repeat again. When a body covers unequal distances, okay, unequal distances in equal interval of time, it is said to be in what motion? Unequal, that is non-uniform motion. Am I right? So in non-uniform motion, the object covers unequal distances in equal interval of time. Is it clear? Here time same, but distance covered by object, that is different. So that is the reason why it is called, what is that? Non-uniform motion. Here which is answer? B1 is the answer. B1 is the, oh, sorry, not a B1, the C1 is the answer, that is non-uniform motion. C1, second one, that is equal to C, non-uniform motion. Okay, C1, third one is the answer, C1, non-uniform motion. Is that clear? Yes, because it is ununiform. Next, the shortest distance between initial position and final position of the object is called, what is that? That is displacement. Okay, already just now we have seen that. What is displacement? So the final position minus initial position, that is displacement mathematically. But theoretically we can say the shortest distance between 2 points, that is displacement. Okay, which is right answer, displacement, which means the C1 is the right answer. Third one, what is that? C, that is displacement. C1 is the answer. Okay, yes. Next one, an object position never changes. Okay, mark this word. An object position never changes with respect to time. Then the object is said to be at motion or rest or constant speed or uniform motion. Which is right answer? Which is right answer? Okay, and the objects are first motion, second rest, third one constant speed, and fourth one uniform speed. Which is right one? Rest is right, because here the object position never changes with respect to time. So whenever the object position never changes with respect to time, we can say what is the object at rest. Is it clear? So B1 is the answer. Fourth question, B is the answer, that is rest. B option, that is right one. Okay, yes. Next come to fifth question, sir. Fifth question, very important question. Look at here. Meter is the SI unit of what quantity? Meter is a SI unit of what quantity? Okay, and the options are first one distance, second one displacement, third one velocity. What is the SI unit of distance? Meter. Yes, already we know that. Then SI unit of displacement, that is also meter. Already we know very well. Then third one velocity, meter per seconds. Okay, meter per second. And fourth one both A and B, which is right answer. So the SI unit of meter, that is the SI unit of meter for SI unit of meter for distance as well as displacement. Is that clear? So both quantity have same unit, that is meter. What are the units? What are the quantity? First distance and second one displacement. Okay, which is answer? D is answer, both A and B. For fifth question answer, that is option D, both A and B. So both A and B, that is answer. Is that? Yes. Next, sixth question, look at here. A vector quantity has what are the things? Vector quantity has both magnitude as well as direction. Alright? Both magnitude as well as direction, that is called vector quantity. So here what is this answer? C is the answer. Both direction and magnitude, that is answer. First one, what is that? First option, magnitude. No. Second one, direction only. That is not. And third one, both direction and magnitude. Alright? So that is answer. And fourth one, none of this. Which is answer? C1 is the answer, because vector quantity has both magnitude as well as direction. So answer for sixth question, that is C. Answer sixth question, that is C. Both what is that? Both direction and magnitude. Both direction and magnitude. Is that clear? So first Roman letter completed. Okay. So next, second Roman letter. Next, what is that? Second Roman letter is very, very important one. First question. Okay, so second Roman letter, first question. Look at that. Second Roman letter. Second Roman, what is the answer to the following? First question, what is that? Look at the first question. An object has moved through a distance. An object has moved through a distance. Can it have zero displacement? If yes, support your answer with an example. Okay, I repeat again. An object has moved through a distance. Moved through a distance. Can it have a zero displacement? Yes. If yes, support your answer with the example. Okay, listen to this. First question. Consider an object. I am going to consider a car. Yes, consider a car. Consider a car. The car starts moving from point A. Consider this point A. Consider a car. The car starts moving from point A. Is it clear? Yes. After a few seconds, for example, after 5 seconds, After 5 seconds, the car covers the distance of how much? 50 kilometers. How much? 50 kilometers. So finally the car comes to position B. Position B. Is it clear? Very simple. Consider a car. The car starts moving from point A. The car moves along the straight road. What is that? Straight road. Then after 5 seconds, the car covers the distance of 50 kilometers. How much? 50 kilometers. So finally the car comes to position B. Position B. Is it clear? Very simple. Again, is it clear? Mark this point, very important. Again the car moves along the same path. Okay, again the car moves back along the same path of 50 kilometers and finally comes to position A. Again the car comes to position A. Is it clear? So here, what is the distance and what is the displacement? Okay, so look at here. Here the car starts moving from point A. So this is considered as a initial position, right? So A is a initial position. A is the initial position. After 5 seconds, the car comes to point B. Am I right? Again, note this point, very important one. Again, the car moves back along the same path of 50 kilometers. Then the car comes to point A again. Again the car comes to point A. So which is final position? Again, A is a final position. I mean, A considered as a final position. This is also final position. Am I right? That is considered as a final position. Is it clear? Now what is the distance? You tell me that. What is the distance? Distance, what is distance? First of all, the actual length between 2 points, that is distance. So here the car starts moving from point A and after some time the car covers 50 kilometers in point B. Okay, so 50 kilometers plus again the car moves along the same path of 50 kilometers. Is it clear? So 50 kilometers plus 50 kilometers. 50 kilometers is equal to how much? Totally 100 kilometers. Totally how much? 100 kilometers. That is distance. That is distance. But what is the displacement, sir? What is displacement? Second one, what is that? That is displacement. What is displacement, sir? Already we know what is displacement. The shortest distance between 2 points. That is displacement. Okay, mathematically we can write final position minus initial position. That is displacement. Okay, which is final position, which is initial position. Okay, so here final position coincides with initial position. Am I right? Final position coincides with initial position. So whenever final position of the object coincides with the initial position, what will happen? Displacement becomes 0. Am I right? Displacement becomes 0. So here displacement 0. But there is distance covered by the object. But displacement becomes 0 because final position of the car coincides with the initial position. So due to which displacement becomes 0, but there is total distance. Is it clear? Yes, very simple. Don't get confused. Next one is very very important question. Second one is very very important question. Actually, these are your textbook question, in-text question. Is it clear? So I am going to make this question very simple. Look at here. Look at here, it's a very very important question. Second question. Okay, a farmer moves along the boundary of square field of 10 meters. Okay, field of side, how much? 10 meters in 40 seconds. How much? 40 seconds. Yes. So what will be the magnitude of the displacement of the farmer at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds from his initial position? Is it clear? Here what quantity we need to calculate? Displacement. Am I right? Displacement quantity we need to calculate. Is it clear? Yes. Look at here. Consider square. Yes. Okay. Consider square field. You know what is field? Field means nothing but Tamil we say vayal. Vayal solvale tottam. That is field. Is it clear? Yes. So consider square field. Square field. This is square. Okay. At corner of the square named as A, B, C, D. This is for our convenience. A, B, C, D. Is it clear? So first one, consider a square field. This is square field. And corner of the square field named as A, B, C, D. That is for our convenience. Is it clear? Yes. Okay. So in In square, the length of the all sides are equal. Am I right? It's very very simple. In square, the length of all sides are equal. Okay, which means the length of AB that is equal to BC, CD and DA. Am I right? So the length of a square of the side BC that is equal to CD, DA and AB. So in square, the length of all sides are equal. Is it clear? Length of all sides are equal. So if it is 2 meter, that is also 2 meter, this is also 2 meter, and that is also 2 meter. If it is 1 meter, okay, so if it is 1 meter, this side will be 1 meter, this is 1 meter, and that is 1 meter. Okay, so in square, all sides, okay, length of all sides are equal. Am I right? Yes. Keep this concept in your mind. Keep this concept in your mind. Is it clear? Yes. Consider a farmer. Okay, consider a farmer. That person is farmer. Is it clear? Consider a farmer. That farmer starts moving. Is it clear? That farmer starts moving from point A. You consider that. Okay, that is for convenient. Consider a farmer. That farmer starts moving from point A. So which is initial point? A is the initial point. This is initial point. A considered as initial point, keep that in your mind. A considered as an initial point. Consider a farmer, that farmer starts moving from point A. Is it clear? So this farmer moves along the boundary of the square field, which means the farmer moves along the boundary of the square AB, BC, CD and DA. Is it clear? Okay, the farmer moves along the boundary of the sides of the square field. Okay, sides of the square field. Is it clear? Yes. Look at here. Here the question is, what is it, sir? The length of a side. The length of a side, how much? Length of a side of the square field of the side, how much? 10 meters. How much? The length of a square field. The side of the square field, 10 meters. Already we know. In square, the all sides, length of the all sides are equal. Is it clear? In square, the length of all sides are equal. So, if one side is 10 meters, what about the remaining 3 sides? They will be, what is that? 10 meters. So, this is 10 meter, this is 10 meter, and that is 10 meter. Look at here. The question is, what is that? A farmer moves along the boundary of the square field of side 10 meter. So the side value how much? 10 meters. Am I right? Side value 10 meter. So in square, one side value is 10 meters. What about the remaining all sides? Remaining all sides will be 10 meters. Is that clear? Don't get confusion. Very simple. Okay, so all sides length how much? 10 meters, because all sides are equal. Is that clear? Very simple. Yes. Here, look at here. Here the farmer starts moving from point A. So here the farmer moves along the boundary of the square, which means through BC, which means AB, BC, CD and DA. Okay, again finally the farmer comes to position A. Here the farmer has taken 40 seconds to complete the one round. Okay, look at here. Here round doesn't specify the circle. Okay, here round doesn't specify circle. Round means one trip. Is it clear? Round means one trip. Is it clear? Look at here. Here round means one trip. It here doesn't mention the circular shape. Is it clear? Look at here. Here the farmer moves along the boundary of the square field. Okay, which means AB, BC, CD and DA. Okay, here again the farmer comes to position A. Here farmer has taken 40 seconds to complete one trip. Okay, which means to complete one round. Here the farmer has taken how much? 40 seconds. How much? 40 seconds. So in 40 seconds, the number of round made by the farmer, how much? Okay, so in 40 seconds, number of rounds made by the farmer is 1. Look at here. Here the farmer completes one round. Okay, completes one round in 40 seconds. That is question. Here farmer completes one round in 40 seconds. Is it clear? Yes. here, what is the question? What is the question? You read carefully. What will be the magnitude of the farmer at end of 2 minutes 20 seconds? That is question. What is the question? What will be the magnitude of the displacement of a farmer at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds? Okay, here what quantity we need to calculate? That is displacement. Am I right? What is that? Displacement. What is displacement, sir? The shortest distance between 2 points. Okay, that is displacement. Okay, mathematically we can say final position minus initial position, that is displacement. Am I right? So we know initial position already. So this is initial position because the farmer starts moving from point A. This is initial position. Here, which is final position? Do you know that? No, we don't know the final position. We need to calculation. If we calculate the final position, we can easily calculate the displacement value at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds. Am I right? Yes. Now we are going to calculate that displacement. Is it clear? Yes. So to calculate the displacement, so we need to calculate how many rounds that is covered by the farmer. Am I right? How many rounds that is covered by the farmer? Because here that farmer has taken 40 seconds to complete one round. Here, what is round? Round means nothing but here the completion of one trip, that is round. Here doesn't mention here round doesn't mention the round shape, circular shape. Is it clear? Yes. Here the farmer has taken 40 seconds to complete the one round. Okay, here at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds, how many rounds? Okay, how many rounds that is covered by the farmer? That is question. Am I right? We need to calculate that. Is it clear? Yes. So 1 minute that is equal to 60 seconds. Am I right? 1 minute that is equal to 60 seconds. So here 2 minutes 20 seconds that is equal to how many seconds? 2 minutes 20 seconds that is equal to 2 minutes that is equal to how many seconds? 120 seconds. Yes, 120 seconds plus 20 seconds. 20 seconds. So total how much? 140 seconds. So total how much? Total time how much? Total time that is 140 seconds. You look at here. In 1 second, the number of rounds made by the farmer 1. Okay, number of rounds made by the farmer 1. Okay. In 140 seconds, number of cycles made by number of cycles, which means number of rounds made by the farmer, how much? That is question. Okay, look at here. So in 140 seconds, number of rounds. Here rounds means what is that? One complete trip, that is round. In 140 seconds, the number of cycles made by the farmer, that is equal to how much? Look at here. In 40 seconds, the number of rounds made by the farmer, that is equal to 1. Okay, that is equal to 1. Is it clear? So in 1 second, the number of rounds made by the farmer, that is equal to 1 by 40 rounds. Is it clear? 1 by 40 rounds. In 40 seconds, number of rounds made by the farmer, only 1. In 1 second, number of rounds made by the farmer, that is 1 by 40. Is it clear? 1 by 40 rounds is simple mathematical concept. You don't get confusion. Is it clear? So, but we need to calculate at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds, what is the displacement covered by the farmer? Am I right? So, in 140 seconds, okay, 140 seconds, because the total time how much? 2 minutes 20 seconds, that is equal to 140 seconds. Am I right? So, in 140 seconds, the number of rounds made by the farmer, that is equal to how much? That is equal to 1 by 40, that is for 1 second, into 140 rounds. Is it clear? How it is possible, sir? You may ask me how it is possible, sir. Look at here. In 1 second, the number of rounds made by the farmer is 1 by 4 rounds. That is equal to 1 by 4 rounds. Is it clear? So, in 140 seconds, number of rounds made by the farmer is equal to 1 by 40, because 1 by 40 that is for 1 second, then this is for 140 seconds. So 1 into 140, that is also equal to 140 seconds. Is it clear? That is also equal to 140 seconds. So that we can write 1 by 40 into 140 rounds. Is it clear? Next, you further divide both. So 0 cancel. 0 cancel, then we can get 14 divided by 4. Use second table. Okay, so 2, this is 7. So finally we can get 7 by 4. That is equal to 7 by 4. The 7 by 4, sorry, 7 by 2. 7 by 2. 7 by 2. So this 7 by 2 that is equal to how much? 3.5. Am I right? That is equal to 3.5 rounds. 3.5 rounds. If you look at here, it's very, very important. At the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds, the number of rounds made by the farmer, how much? 3.5 rounds. How much? 3.5 rounds. Is it clear? So look at here. Now come to this one. So at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds, the number of rounds made by, which means here rounds means what is the, here means one complete trip, that is round. Is it clear? So at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds, the number of rounds made by the farmer, that is 3.5 rounds. How much? 3.5 times 5 rounds. Is it clear? So the farmer starts moving from point A. So this is initial point. Am I right? So this is initial point of that farmer. So here the farmer moves through the sides. Okay, square field sides. Is it clear? Which means the farmer moves through B, C, D, and again comes to position A. So this is one round. Am I right? This is one round. Again the farmer moves through B, C, D, and comes to position A. Again comes to position A. This is second round. So, am I right? Yes. Again the farmer moves through the sides of a square field. B, C, D, again comes to position A. Here the farmer completed how many rounds? 3 rounds completed. Is it 3 rounds completed? So what is the total round? That is 3.5 rounds. Am I right? How much? 3.5 rounds. So this is quarter and this is half. This is quarter and this is half. So C considered as a final position of the farmer. Is it clear? C is a final position of that farmer. Am I right? Very simple. Look at here. At the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds, the number of rounds made by the farmer, that is 3.5. 3.5. So A is considered as the initial point because farmer starts moving from point to A. Is that clear? So this is initial point. So here the farmer moves through the square field, boundary of the square field, which means the farmer moves through B, C, D, again comes to position A. So this is one round. Again the farmer moves through B, C, D, A, again comes to position A. This is second round. Second round the farmer completed. Next one, again the farmer moves through B, C, D, again comes to position A. Okay, here farmer completed 3 rounds. Is it clear? But what are rounds? How much at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds? 3.5 rounds. Is it clear? So this is quarter and this is half. So C considered as a final position. Is it clear? C considered as a final position of that farmer. Finally the farmer comes to position C from position A. Is it clear? After 3.5 rounds at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds. Is it clear? So very simple. Is it clear? So this is initial position, this is final position. Okay, so we need to calculate what quantity? Displacement quantity. What is displacement? The shortest distance between initial position and final position. So which means we need to calculate this quantity. Is it clear? We need to calculate this quantity. This is the displacement of that farmer. Am I right? Very simple. Don't get confusion. Very simple. So we know AB value, that is 10 meters. We know BC value, that is 10 meters. Do you know AC value? We don't know AC value. We need to calculate AC value. That is the displacement of that farmer after, which means end of 2 minutes 20 seconds. Is it clear? So now we are going to calculate this AC value, that is displacement. Is it clear? So now I am going to rub this area because I don't have place, enough space. So look at here. So we need to calculate AC value. This is displacement. Am I right? So there is angle. This is right angle triangle. Am I? There is angle. This is right angle triangle. The opposite to this right angle triangle, what is that? That is hypotenuse. Am I right? Angle is the opposite to this angle. Right angle triangle. This is hypotenuse. Am I right? This is hypotenuse. Okay. Here we need to calculate AC value. Do you know AC value? You don't know AC value. How can we calculate that, sir? How can we calculate? Here we can use Pythagoras theorem. Am I right? We can use Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem, sir? Very simple. Look at here. So this is hypotenuse. The square of hypotenuse, that is equal to sum of squares of two opposite sides. That is Pythagoras theorem. Am I right? So this is hypotenuse. The square of hypotenuse, which means the square of AC, that is equal to sum of squares of two opposite sides. Okay, sum of squares of two opposite sides. That is Pythagoras theorem. Here we can use Pythagoras theorem. So according to Pythagoras According to Pythagoras theorem, the AC square, this AC square that is equal to AB square, okay, sum of AB square and BC square. Is it clear? So AC square is equal to, what is that? AB square plus BC square. This is Pythagoras theorem. Am I right? So we know AB value, we know BC value, but we don't know AC value. We need to calculate, that is displacement of that farmer. Is it clear? Yes. So AB value how much? That is 10 meters. Yes. So 10 square plus BC value, that is also 10. So 10 squares. What is value? 10 square how much? 100. So 100 plus 100. 100 plus 100 how much? That is equal to 200. Yes, 200. So AC square that is equal to 200. So what is AC value, sir? AC that is equal to root of 200. That is equal to root of 200. Am I right? Yes, very simple. So we can write this. We can write this root 200 like this. 100 into 2. Okay, we can write this root 200 into root of 100 into 2. Am I right? Yes, we can write it. Yes. So we can split into two terms like this. Root 100 into root 2, because this root 2 is common for both terms, both 200 as well as 2. So we can write this into root 100 into root 2. Am I right? Yes. So what is the root 100 value? Root 100 value, that is 10. Already know that. 10. Then root 2 value. So AC that is equal to how much? 10 root 2. Is that clear? How much? 10 root 2. But we know root 2 value, sir. We know root 2 value, but I know root 2 value. Okay, I know root 2 value. So root 2 that is equal to root 2 that is equal to 1.41. Root 2 value 1.41. Okay, you substitute that value here. So we can get 10 into 1.41. How much? 10 into 1.41. So 10 into 1.41 that is equal to how much? 14.1. So AC that is equal to 14.1 meter. So at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds, the displacement covered by the farmer how much? 14.1 meters. We have 14.1 meters. So this value, AC value how much? 14.1 meters. Very very simple, as well as this question is very very important question. Okay, you copy in your classwork note. That is very very important. Is it clear? So very very simple. So finally at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds, the displacement covered by the farmer that is equal to 14.1 meters. Is it clear? Okay, according to Pythagoras here, we have calculated this. Very simple one. Okay. So next, last one. What is that, sir? That is last one. Third question. Look at here. Which of the following is true for displacement? Okay. Which of the following is true for displacement? First one, it cannot be zero. It cannot be zero. Or do you think a displacement cannot be zero? Yes. No, it is not possible. Displacement can be zero in some cases. When final position of the object points to the initial position, displacement becomes zero. Okay, but here that point is given, it cannot be zero. So that is, what is that? That is wrong. Second one, come to second one. Its magnitude is greater than the distance traveled by the object. So you look at here. This magnitude of the displacement is greater than the distance traveled by the object. Actually, this is also wrong. The displacement value is always lesser than the distance value, because that is shortest distance. Displacement, what is that? Displacement means the shortest distance between 2 points. So the displacement value is always lesser than the distance value, but that point has given, what is that? Displacement value is greater than the distance. Here both statement wrong. Here both statement wrong. Okay, is it clear? So I think the first point has given wrongly. Okay, that will be, it can be zero. Okay, the question wrong, you change that. First one, that it can be zero. So what is true? What is the true? It can be zero. Okay, first question, first A option, that is wrong. You change into it can be zero. Is it clear? Because both statements are wrong. But question is, what is that? Which of the following is true for statement? True for displacement. Is it clear? The first question you change that. You change into it can be zero. Is it clear? So that is answer. Okay. So we are end of this session. Okay, this class is getting over. I hope this class will be very useful. Is it clear? From next week onwards, next class onwards, we will start on next new topics. Okay, because almost all revision classes completed. From next class onwards, we will start a new topics, or not a new chapter, new topic. Is it clear? Okay. Thank you, students. Bye.